Hello and welcome to the Lloyd Dowson Budget Summary. Thanks very much for joining us, and my name's Phil Thompson. I'm joined by my colleagues Stan Dunn and Josh Fox. We're here today to talk about the budget. The Chancellor's just sat down. We've had a discussion about all the things he's run through, and we've got a bit of a summary for you really to kind of go through some of the changes that are going to be impacting you and your daily business and your daily life. So without further ado, Stan, what did you find in there?
Well, Phil, I thought first and foremost there was some good help for small businesses, some welcome help for small businesses. You announced that business rates, currently there's no rates payable on properties with a rateable value of £6,000 or less, due to expire in April 2017, and that was worrying some of our clients, and I know fine well, because it is a good exemption. Well, instead he's doubled that from April 2017 to £12,000, but it's indefinite. There's no end date on that. So they can budget a little bit more for knowing that they don't have to pay the budget rates.
A great relief. Clients often worry about what expenses you've got, and business rates is one of the main ones that they worry about, isn't it? So,
I mean, properties valued over that, it's a tapered relief up to £15,000. So all in all, it is going to mean that 600,000 businesses will not pay any business rates.
Great.
This is great news for the high street, who obviously have been crying against the business rate system and their inability to compete with online shopping, and this just gives them a bit of a helping hand.
Yeah, definitely. Great.
The other surprise announcement was corporation tax. We've currently got a rate of 20%, a very competitive rate, lowest in the G20. It was scheduled to drop to 18% in 2020, and is announced that it's now going to drop to 17%.
Fantastic.
So again, fantastic news for all companies, both our clients, local, national, and a major encouragement for overseas investment into the UK. It makes us a competitive country.
Absolutely. Go somewhere towards perhaps giving them some of the money back that he's going to get from these dividend tax coming in the next few weeks. So gives you one hand and takes away with the other, maybe. But there we go. But and again, a couple of good measures, probably a bit unexpected.
I think you've spotted something a bit unexpected
definitely.
As well.
The reductions in tax rates continue, and capital gains tax. 28% for high rate taxpayers, 18% for basic rate taxpayers, aside from any business reliefs for entrepreneurs. Cut them down to 20 and 10, wholly unexpected. The rates are so different between them and the income tax rates at the minute that perhaps, if anything, we'd expect them to align them by moving them up. So yeah, that one definitely caught us out a little bit, but great news, other than if you're a landlord. As we said in our last video, there's a systematic attack of raft of measures to kind of rattle a few of these out and make them sell their properties. And again, if you're selling a property at other than your main property, you're sticking with the old rates of 28 or 18, so I really don't like them at all. But again, for everybody else, he's looking to make sure that they invest in perhaps different things, in shares, in businesses, in other enterprises in general. Indeed, really. But overall, it's a cut, and all these things are welcome. So yeah, that was a surprise, but another welcome one as well.
Very much a surprise.
Yeah. So what did you see in there then, Josh?
Well, there was the ISA allowance, which increased from the current rate to £20,000 from April next year. But the real headline grabber really was this new lifetime ISA. Now it's available for people aged between 18 and 40 to open, and you invest up to the age of 50 to qualify for a 25% bonus. Now the maximum per year is £4,000, but there's no monthly maximum or minimum like you have on your Help to Buy ISA, for example.
Sure.
It's just, that's your yearly limit. So in theory, you've got a potential pot there of £160,000 if it's from 18 to 50. Now, in order to get this, you have to be a first-time buyer buying a property, or once you're over the age of 60, you get the full amount as a tax-free lump. So I think it's working. I think it's a very good idea, to be honest with you, and it's an extension, or almost a better idea, of autumn's Help to Buy ISA, which, I mean, I've got one myself as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So do you think this will move people towards that kind of ISA and away from your traditional pension, or?
Possibly. I mean, it's a better savings pot. It's obviously a 25% bonus, if you like. That'll be tax-free once you're over the age of 60. And I mean, it's something I'll probably look at tipping my Help to Buy ISA into, really.
Indeed, yeah. Yep.
I spoke to one of the IFAs before we came into today, and they're very much of the opinion that it's not going to be a wholesale shift from an alternative pension method. It's going to run alongside, but as I say, we'll see what happens with that. But again, all encouraging stuff really to get some bonuses from the government. But
except I can't get it.
No, and in fact, there's only you that can get that, Josh. But there we go. So anything else that we saw? I mean, there's some big points we mentioned. But
again, for commercial commercial property and businesses, is reduced the level of stamp duty on purchases of property.
Yeah.
It's on a sliding scale. It's nil stamp duty up to 150,000, and then on a sliding scale rather than on like a slab basis.
Yeah.
And it means that there'll be less stamp duty to pay on commercial property up to a value of 1.05 million.
Which will affect a lot of people as
Yeah,
well. But
indeed.
that's coming in straight away, I understand.
That's it. Oh, yep, that's in tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
from
so
tomorrow.
there'll be some transitional rules in there for people already.
For people who are already in the middle of buying something.
So no need to worry about that one. But
No doubt about it.
yeah, but again, another thing that will save money. So there's we're spotting a recurring
Yeah,
theme
yeah,
here.
yeah,
It's all good. Something else I spotted, perhaps not as immediately effective for some of our clients, is he had a talk about multinationals, which I know I get talked about quite a lot. From why do I have to pay my tax when all these Googles and Starbucks don't? Yeah. And he's for the first time he's really tried to tackle this with a few measures, which I'll not go into now. But for all those asking the question of why don't they, they're going to start. In a very small way, but it's a start. So that's something that I noticed there, and it maybe appease some of the grumbles that people have out there. Really.
They've been slow to react to this, but they are now reacting, and I think that's what people have just got to recognise. I've said that whatever's happened in the past has happened.
The current legislation is just not designed for these monsters, Stan, really, in all honesty, and nobody's brave enough to wipe the legislations. Absolutely, and start again with their own legislation. Yeah. So it's started. It's something that I had before, a welcome measure, but it's not going to affect too many of our clients, I would imagine.
Indeed.
But what else did you see there then, Josh?
Well, affecting us personally, if you like. We know we've got the personal allowance increase in about 2 weeks to 11,000, but from April next year that'll be 11,500, and you've got your higher rate band, your 40% band, also increasing up to the 45,000 limit. Just giving small and medium earners a nice little tax break there, really.
It's the first time he's acknowledged medium earners as well, really, because previously when he increased the personal allowance, he would take down the limit at which you paid higher rate tax to make sure those people didn't benefit. He had made noises he was going to do that.
He even commented that in his speech.
Yeah,
well, he's looking for the middle income voters, isn't he?
Absolutely, but as I say, he's so he started to move that up, and again give lots of families some more tax breaks.
No,
which is
there anything else?
Well, I mean, just a couple of throwaways. It's nice to see that beer duty is frozen, fuel duty is frozen. I did mention fuel for the body and your car. It's nice to see that it's not going to go up. And interestingly, no changes to pension contributions. It was widely anticipated there was going to be some quite major restrictions, and there's none. No changes whatsoever. There's a 25% tax-free lump that you can withdraw. It was expected that he might block that. He hasn't. It's still there.
He U-turned 2 or 3 weeks ago about the possibility of restricting tax relief on paying into your pension. I think he'd already U-turned on that one from a bit of peer pressure as well. So so no changes at all, because he has messed around with pensions for quite some time now. But good. Anything else in there, Josh?
Well, there's a few things of local interest, if you like. There was £13 million given to Hull for City of Culture, just a nice little bonus, probably to help them with ongoing projects and new sort of ones. And then there was also the flood defences, which there's a few places in the country, but locally we have York, which we all know has suffered recently, and that will be funded by a 0.5% increase on insurance premiums.
Yep. Well, and Hull, to be fair. It's had its share of floods, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that concludes everything for today's talk. We hope you found it informative, and if you have any other questions, please use the details on screen, and we'll be happy to help.